Welcome all. Hope you all are fine and taking necessary precautions to stay safe at your home. Amidst this crisis, to prevent with the loss of your studies, I, Mohit Mittal from Sri Rama Bharati Public School, has decided to reach to your home virtually through online classes. So, children, today we are going to begin with Poetry 2 by Robert Frost, Fire and Ice of grade 10. Before going ahead, we all must know how the poet got inspiration to write this poem. All of us, or at least Christianity, believe that after their death they will go to hell. This great inspiration the poet got from book Dante's book Inferno. In this book, author talks about 7 reasons of death, among which 2 are fire and ice. That means desire and hatred. Fine, everybody? Now, switching over towards the poem Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. The poem Fire and Ice is in fact a symbolic poem. The main theme of the fire and ice is that human emotions are destructive when allowed to run unbridled. They can destroy a person morally, mentally, and physically. The main theme this poem conveys about an individual's behavior in terms of passion and obsession. The main message the poem gives is one should not be overpowered either by desire or hatred. Hatred and desire are the two major threats for humanity. Only the power of love can mollify fire and melt ice. Now, switching over towards the main paraphrase of the poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say here why the poet has written some say. Poet has written some say because he assumes that some people they might think that world will end. End means the doomsday because of fire. Fire is all about the desire, the wants which one person has. Some say in ice. Ice relates to hatredness. In the first 2 lines, the poet presents 2 options for the end of the world, one by fire and other by ice. Here, many scientists hold the belief that the end of the world will come in 2 forms. Either the earth will end in flames or permanent ice age. Ice age is all about the hatredness. Fine, everyone. Frost wants the reader to contemplate the destructive power of fire and ice. Here, even from what I have tasted of desire, why poet has used I is all about his personal experience or personal opinion. He says that the doom or the disaster as stated in the religious text like Bible, it could be a natural calamity or any celestial happening. And from his knowledge, from what I have tasted means from his knowledge and experience, he states, I have tasted of desire. He states that he knows about the feeling the favor of fire could do. I hold with those who favor fire. Means he agrees to the point that the person who favors fire will also leads toward their destructive path or the destructive end. Fine. Fire relates with desire and wants, and ice relates with hatred and so in first stanza we read about the destructive nature, the school of thoughts. If I talk about the 2 school of thoughts were fire and ice, which could end the world very easily. So according to first stanzas we got to know that fire stands for greed, avarice. Avarice means the greed of money, or lust, conflict, fury and intolerance, whereas I stands for cruelty, rigidity, insensitivity, coldness, indifference or hatred nature. Now switching over to the next paragraph, because the poem is only of 2 stanzas. But if it had to perish to ice, perish means ruin. It had means it is all about the world. I think I and I are the personal connections of the poet, where he thinks about the nature or he shares his personal experience. He says that there would be, he thinks, I think I know enough of it. He knows that there is enough of hate that could be there. The poet has also experienced the negative feeling like hatred himself. Hatred is taken to be an ice. Ice is all about the cold emotions. To say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Suffice means sufficient, which the poet says that if the world had to die twice, to say that for the destruction ice is also great and would suffice is the world has to perish twice, or the world has to die twice, or to end twice. Ice would be sufficient even for the destruction. This poet points out our negativity. We should keep our negativity check. Desires could be controlled and being satisfied and happy with what we have. So, children, let's talk about what are the literary devices used in the poem Fire and Ice. First is alliteration. What alliteration is? Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sound in the expression the world will. Here's W and W. The repetitive sounds are these: favor, fire, F and F, some say, S and S. There are vivid use of this repetition. Alliteration is all about repetition of consonant sounds. When we see whenever the sound is repeated, that relates with the alliteration. Now imagery. Imagery has come from the word imagination. Fire and ice have different meaning in the poem. See, whenever I talk about fire or else ice, we create an imagination, a rough idea in our mind. That is all about our imagination that appeals to the senses. The senses could be of touch, vision, or senses could be related to the complete the imagery used here. Next is anaphora. Anaphora is the repetition of a word or phrase at the beginning of two successive lines. That implies whenever we repeat two or more phrases or words simultaneously. In this poem, anaphora is used in word some say. See here, it's repeated twice. It has been repeated in line 1 and line 2 with different details. So, dear friends and children, complete poem Fire and Ice is a poem of 9 short lines which is written about destruction, about the inevitable demise through hatred and obsession. Fine. In this poem, Frost indicates the end or demise are the two ways in which it can happen. It can happen because of fire, it could even happen because of ice. The poet gives a clear message to the reader that increasing obsession and hatred among people and nation will surely cause the world to come to an end. And moreover, he compares desire to fire and hate to ice. Both desire and hate are represented by physical forces that could lead to our extinction. So, in this poem, if I talk about fire and ice, clearly the subject of this poem, Fire and Ice, is not about geological destruction of the planet Earth. The speaker is not trying to decide exactly how the world will end. As the reader thinks carefully about fire and ice that relates to desire and hatred, the poem themes become richer and reflecting on the power of nature that allows the reader to consider more deeply about the devastating capabilities of human by destroying itself. So we should not have excess of wants and desire, neither we should think about hatredness for a person or the other. Complete poem Fire and Ice is written by Robert Frost that brings the distinction between two things capable of destroying the world. The poem ponders on the simple question how the complete world will end. And moreover, the poet says that fire of lust and endless desire and ice of hatred. If I talk about endless desires and the hatredness that will let human being put the world to an end one day.